What's up? My name is Eric Butler. This channel is called Report and Opine. I am back. And from Vox, black teen girls are the curators of culture. Fashion, music, and internet memes all owe a debt to young black women. And they've got this nice little illustration here. New nail trend. We owe everything to these young women, apparently. That's what they want us to believe. And this is really just because I think this is the last demo that the establishment really still has their claws in. Notably, black men have sort of left this weird, creepy, overbearing ideology of racism and gender and climate change. I think a lot of black guys are like, nah, we're not doing this anymore. But you still have the young black women who are kind of in that Cardi B lane. That's why they prop up Joe Biden and he gives Cardi B an interview. And that's why he goes on Charlemagne the God and says, if you don't vote for me, you're not black. All of that stuff is because these are the last small population that they really kind of still think that they can control from their weirdo, establishment dungeon. And that's why Stacey Abrams goes on stage with Lotto, and that's why they're constantly talking about, getting rid of your baby, and Kamala Harris, she's a black woman, and everything's just so great, and we owe it all to them. Now, this is, in a roundabout way, still kind of insulting, right? Like, or you're writing this puff piece to prove to us that young black girls are so great with their TikTok nail trends. Is that what this is really about? I mean, do you have nothing else to say that they've done good? Well, maybe the article will say. I'm getting a little bit ahead of myself here. So, black neighborhoods serve as the nuclei of our culture, especially any area where stylish black teenagers convene. If you want to predict a trend years in advance, go where lip gloss application techniques are perfected before they hit TikTok. And the next big female rap artist is selected way before you stumble upon whoever is trending. But those rap artists are that's all AstroTurf. None of that is real. Ice Spice, black teenage girls listen to her while you were still figuring out who Glorilla is. And these are all women in that Cardi B lane, which of course was created to control young black. I mean, look, I can't say created to control young black women, but after it was created, they certainly used it as a chess piece, right? And again, that's why Cardi B, of all people, is one of the few to get an interview with Joe Biden. Joe Biden's not going to go talk to Tim Pool. He's not going to go talk to Candace Owens or Brandon Tatum, right? But he's going to go talk to Cardi B, who he, of course, said was one of the smartest women of their generation. And there's this great mashup of Cardi B saying some real disgusting foul things in between Joe Biden saying how smart she is. And look, Cardi B's not dumb. She made it somehow, some way to the top, basically by ripping off another artist's song, but that's a completely different story. The makeup hack you'll be wearing by six months in the future, slugging. Black girls have been dousing themselves in Vaseline for decades, was inspired by a black girl's beauty supply run before a blogger makes it go viral. Okay, so that's how they started. It's just weird TikTok beauty trends. Nothing else. You don't want to talk about Candace. You don't want to talk about the young black woman from PragerU. I forget her name. It's Amala Ekpenobi. Ooh, don't quote me on that. Shout out to her, though. Black teenage girls are the invisible tastemakers, creating and popularizing some of the biggest trends simply by being their authentic selves. And for the record, too, we're also told that we don't even really know what a woman is, and that little girls can become little boys and vice versa. But it always works in their favor, of course. It's the everyday black girl without a platform or the machine of capitalism behind her. I beg to differ, right? When you talk about Ice Spice, Glorilla, Cardi B, Lotto, they all have the machine behind them, right? So that's nonsense. A tongue-in-cheek line from Best I Ever Had, the song that catapulted, Drake to mainstream is, when my album drop, bitches will buy for the picture and say, what? This doesn't even make any sense. They're quoting Drake to tell you that Drake likes young black girls and that's why they're popular. What is happening here? The effect black teenagers have on popular culture has only increased as technology makes the world and trends less regional and more universal. Sure, I mean, look, there's trends all over the place. Yeah, we can talk about TikTok dance trends and and challenges and all that stuff. You know, everybody remembers the milk crate challenge. Yeah, okay, sure. But are those good things? Are those the things that you really want to be writing up in a magazine? I'm sure. I know for a fact. I can't name it. I can't prove it, but I know there's something better that this demo has done, and they're talking about TikTok Vaseline trends or whatever. This is despicable. It really is. But they have to play the game. They have to turn everything into a racial thing. Every single thing. They would never in 100 million years say that, oh yeah, young white girls are the reason why so-and-so is so popular. They would never do that. And if they did, it would be in a completely backhanded, actually insulting way. Not this insulting sort of bigotry of low expectations way, but insulting like this is bad because they're white. It goes without saying. Everybody knows that. This is only a one-way street. In 2018, Nielsen reported that black consumers are in a, quote, remarkable period of influence with the highest smartphone ownership and usage of any demographic group and unyielding desire for self-expression and image control. Oh, okay, so black people have more cell phones now. That's why they're so popular. Okay. TikTok itself is a shining example of how black teenagers. Now, we all know that TikTok, of course, is a Trojan horse for the Chinese Communist Party, but black people are most popular on that, at least in America. We don't know about elsewhere. We saw all those, remember those movie posters that were changed for the Chinese market and they took the black guy out, but they want to tell us that, black people are great on TikTok and they're so influential. But meanwhile, the real influential black person named Kanye West, who could sway millions of votes, change millions of minds, they call him crazy. Black teen girls like Jalaiah Harmon and Kiara Wilson famously created the viral dances that helped turn TikTok. Okay, so yeah, dances and makeup. This means that black teenagers are now on a virtual stage for the whole world to study, and why you see influencers from Sweden or Nepo babies from Calabasas cosplaying as black girls. That why? Because of TikTok. In addition to Nielsen's findings that prove black consumers are highly influential, the media research company reported that the preferences of black women in particular are a main driving force, and these young women, particularly Gen Z, are demanding to be seen on their own terms. This is such a puff piece. Look how it goes on. Look at this. Look how long this goes on just to tell you that black girls are good at TikTok. So that's what this whole thing has become. I don't need to even read the rest to realize that this article is them just saying black girls make things popular on TikTok. Fine. But I still believe there is something maybe a little bit more substantial that you could say, that you could point out that these women are doing. They won't do that because you're just a puppet to them. And this is all completely backwards. This is all completely backwards, right? As is everything in the backwards, bizarro clown world. So, thank you for watching. Please like, comment, share, and of course, subscribe.